Okay, now we're on question 19. It's based on the following fact situation. Carl, the owner of Carl's coffee shop, entered into a written agreement with Dan, who was the owner of a donut factory, under which Carl agreed to purchase donut requirements for the calendar year of 1980. The contract provided that Carl should have no obligation to receive any specified quantity of donuts, but only his daily requirement, and that Dan agrees to supply such a requirement at the fixed price per dozen specified in the contract. Cash on delivery. In 1979, Carl's requirements of donuts for his coffee shop averaged about 50 dozen per week. So let's look at 19. Assume that on May 1st, 1980, Carl opened Carl's coffee shop number 2 in a new office building. During the first 4 months of 1980, Carl had ordered an average of 50 dozen donuts per week from Dan. The first week in May, he ordered 75 donuts, explaining that he needed the larger quantity because of the opening of Carl's coffee shop 2. Dan refused to supply any more than the 50 dozen at the fixed price in the agreement. Is Dan justified in his refusal? A. Yes, if the normal requirement of the original coffee shop are approximately 50 dozen a week. Yes, because the opening of Carl's coffee shop 2 was an unanticipated occurrence. And let's look up here. Or C, no, because the agreement provided that Dan would supply Carl's requirements of donuts at a fixed price. Or D, no, if opening Carl's coffee shop 2, Carl relied on his requirements contract with Dan. Now I'm going to zoom out so you can kind of see this, possibly, I don't know. Well, pause it now, and I'm going to tell you what the answer is. Okay? All right. The answer is, drumroll please, A. Yes, if the normal requirements of the original coffee shop are approximately 50 dozen a week. Now, this is because of the one I showed you in the last one, UCC 2306. So if you look at the one before this, you can see the code, and you can read it over if you don't understand it. But basically, these contracts that are requirements or output contracts have to meet a test of fairness and good faith. It shouldn't be, they shouldn't have to order, if they're ordering a disproportionate amount than was originally agreed upon, then that's going to kind of fall out of the purview of the original contract. So, it's not really hard and fast, but Dan can refuse that. Okay, see you later.